Based on his research, I managed to cobble this. Consider it a gift in honor of us finally meeting. Meeting.
I'll take that.
Devil May Cry 5 is a game specifically made for the fans of the hack and slash genre. It guarantees you at least 15 hours of joyous exploration of ways to kill demons using all things you could imagine, even if it's a two-halved motorbike or an electric fist. By the end of my 15-hour campaign, I knew one thing for certain, that I didn't make a big mess out of stupid demons. This game is developed by Capcom and is based on the same RV engine as Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil 7. DMC5 comes more than a decade after its predecessor and has improved in terms of graphics, character animations and gameplay mechanics. The game now also has a manual camera instead of the fixed angle and stiff moving cameras of the older games. Set after Devil May Cry 4, Devil May Cry 5's story revolves around Dante, Nero and series newcomer V fighting a demon named Urizen who's using a tree called the Cloypoth to drain the city of all its blood. The story is awesome and rip-tickling at some points, but it really doesn't take off until the very end. The core plot of the game is strong enough to keep you glued to the screen, but some key series characters are not given much importance. It feels that they're really left out of the action. You clear the level room by room in the classic DMC fashion, just as before you collect ranking scores from each of your fights that add up to an overall score of the chapter. Repeating combos and taking hits results in the deduction of points, which affects your overall rank. At the end of each chapter, your level of awesomeness would be denoted by letters, starting from D for Dismal to SSS, which stands for Smoking Sexy Style. It is difficult to reach the higher ranks during the first few hours of the game as you are limited by locked weaponry and moves. You can increase your overall rank by replaying the level after acquiring enough upgrades. DMC5 has a total of 20 chapters, some of which give you an option to play as Nero or V. This choice allows you to play a chapter in completely different playstyles. The intuitive combat system is pleasing for both newbies and the old DMC fans. Each character has his own fighting style and with it comes a plethora of ways to kill demons. It will take some time for you to get the hang of it and find your preferred combat style. But once you get over it, you can easily turn a room of jackasses into a gobbly-fed mess of sliced bugs and beasts. If you have played DMC4, you won't have a difficult time getting around the controls of the game as they are the same. However, regardless of your familiarity with DMC games, you'll have to learn the fighting style of V. Unlike Nero and Dante, V is weak and fragile. You can just go straight to the demon's face and beat the crap out of it. You have to float and dash around while summoning your minions to fight the enemies. V's minions aren't capable of killing an enemy and he has to deliver the killing blow with his cane. Nero's Devil Bringer has been replaced by the Devil Breaker, which lets you add up to 8 mechanical arms to wreak havoc. Each arm has a different function and each of them can be detonated at any moment you like. The arm would break if you take a hit during its special move. Nero's sword can be revved up like a bike to accumulate more energy, which would help you in dealing more damage. Dante has new abilities now, like switching his guns for a scarf and a hat that lets him attack enemies with the game's currency, the wear down. You just have to lock on a target and launch a forward attack. Dante would throw the hat on the enemy's head and it will start shredding orbs while it is there. You can then grab these and throw them back to deal damage. You still have the 4 playstyles named Royal Guard, Trickster, Swordmaster and Gunslinger. As Dante, you have 4 melee and ranged weapons that have a different effect with each of the playstyles that you choose. You can exchange red ops for weapon abilities to unlock new moves. To do so, you'll have to find a payphone instead of the statue like the older games. This will call an invincible DMC event driven by Nico, who is another addition to the series. All of Nero's mechanical arms that you plan to use can be brought here. At the end of the first run of the campaign, the 3 characters won't reach their full potential. This makes it tempting enough to increase the difficulty and go for it all again. The next level allows you to keep all your unlocks and mixes enemy encounters to make it feel more refreshing. Having tons and tons of weapons at your disposal, numerous ways to turn demons into sauce, and not one but 3 badass protagonists is what makes this game an absolute delight to play. Playing as a pissed off guy, the bad poet, and the master of everything made me addicted to this game. But even after all this, the game had its flaws. Poorly directed boss fights, a weird plot, and lack of character growth makes it lose points. In the end, I'll say this game is an absolute blast. The challenge that it offers along with the combat system is something that you cannot resist. Capcom has given its fans something that they would remember for a pretty long time. If you're not bound by money, you should get your copy of this game right away. Okay guys, so that was it. Now it's time for the poll question. It's on the card that just appeared on the top right corner, so be sure to check it out. Like and share among your friends. For more reviews, subscribe the channel right away. This is me, TechBandha, signing off. I'll see you in the next video real soon.
Somebody call a doctor?